Hello, and welcome to the Midnight Remedy, where we discuss philosophical solutions to modern problems. Our topic tonight is The Alchemist's Forge, Converting Crisis into Power. Today, we are going to pull back the curtain on a hidden truth that the modern world tries to keep from you, a secret buried deep beneath the noise of our comfortable digital lives. You have been told that your sensitivity is a flaw, that your scars are a sign of failure, and that the goal of a good life is to remain untouched by the wind. But there is a realization waiting for you in the shadows of this library, a truth that changes the very nature of your struggle. Safety is a lie, and fragile things do not survive the long night.
Most of us were raised to believe we are made of glass, that we must be protected at all costs. But what if I told you that you weren't designed to be resilient? You weren't even designed to be rosed. You were designed for the alchemy of chaos. You were designed to be something far more radical, something that doesn't just survive the heat of a crisis, but that heat into unyielding power. Chapter 1: The Architecture of the Unbreakable. To understand this transformation of the soul, we must look to a concept that the modern world has forgotten: the principle of antifragility. The philosopher Nassim Taleb argues that the universe is divided into three types of things.
First, there is the fragile. Think of a delicate porcelain vase. It hates disorder. It fears the wind. When the world touches it too hard, it shatters. Then there is the robust. Think of a heavy stone wall. It can take a hit. It resists the wind. But even the wall eventually erodes. It doesn't get better from the struggle. It simply tries its best not to get worse. But then there is the anti-fragile. The anti-fragile is like the Hydra of ancient myth. When you cut off one head, two grow back in its place. It is the metal in the alchemist's forge. It doesn't just endure the flame. It requires the fire to be into steel. Crisis is the fire, and you are the metal.
We have been living as if we are fragile. We avoid the heat. We fear the struggle. We hide from the very pressures that are meant to build us. But when we do this, we starve our souls of the stress they need to flourish. Depression often feels like a fire that is consuming you, but through the lens of alchemy, we realize that the flame is actually a catalyst. The crisis is not your end. It is your forge. Chapter 2: The Protocols of Conversion. So, how do we enter this forge? How do we stop being the candle that is blown out by the wind and start being the fire that is fueled by it? We begin with the barbell strategy for the spirit. The first pillar: absolute protection and calculated risk. In your daily life, build an unshakable foundation of safety. This is the interior fortress we have discussed before. Protect your sleep. Protect your basic routine. But on the other side of that barbell, you must lean into do one thing every day that scares you. Lift a weight that is slightly too heavy. Have the difficult conversation you've been avoiding. By inviting small, controlled stresses into your life, you are training your spirit to challenge. The second pillar: the diversification of the self. Do not put all your meaning into one basket. If you are only a student or only an engineer, then when that part of your life fails, your whole world shatters. Be 1,000 versions of yourself. Be a philosopher, a walker, a friend, a writer. When one part of your identity is tested, the others remain as anchors. This is the secret to staying unbroken in a world that loves to break things. The third pillar, converting the error. The fragile man fears mistakes. The alchemist loves them. Every crisis in your life, every failure, every bout of darkness is the universe telling you exactly where the metal needs to be hammered. Don't ask for the fire to stop. Ask the forge to make you. Chapter 3. A blessing for the forge. The shadows in the library are dancing now, caught in the light of the final embers. The modern world wants you to believe you are a victim of the heat. But the midnight remedy is to realize that you are the most sophisticated technology in existence. Your heart was built to break so it could grow back stronger. Your mind was built to be confused so it could find a deeper clarity. The crisis is not your enemy. The crisis is your laboratory. If you have found a spark of strength here in the stacks tonight, I invite you to join our circle of residents. By subscribing to the Midnight Remedy, you are helping us build a sanctuary where we turn our harshest fires into our greatest power. We are the alchemists of our own destiny. Rest now, architect. The forge is where you belong. And always, stay curious.